Welcome to Yin Yoga Lifestyle. I am your host, Colette Darville. Cultivating our body's resilience and inner silence and its application to all aspects of your life. Let's become enlightened and enjoy the power of intuitiveness and creativity. You are listening to Society Bites Radio, social interaction for the mind and soul. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. I am your host, Colette Darville, and this is Yin Yoga Lifestyle. So now let us take a deep meditative breath. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. LaNae started essentially LaNae.com because as a wife and mother, she knows that some days she seems to do everything right, and there are other days that, are more of a learning experience. And if she could, she would consider doing parts of them over. LaNae Muench has been using doTERRA essential oils with her family for over 5 years and believes essential oils can help everyone, but not that every oil is right for everyone. LaNae prides herself on guiding and educating others how to incorporate these amazing oils into everyday life, enhancing mood, well-being, and even in cooking. She believes knowledge is power and safety is always in her mind when she provides oil recommendations. Essential oils are easy to use, affordable, and effective. During LaNae's 5 years using the oils and lots of research, and because not every oil is right for everyone, her goal is to help you find natural options that work best for you and your lifestyle. LaNae enjoys sharing what she has learned using essential oils, and she loves the great feeling knowing that she's helping others find natural options and reducing the toxic load we are exposed to on a daily basis. So as we move into the new year, LaNae has lots of recommendations, advice, and insight on how to infuse the powerful health benefits of essential oils. A warm welcome back to Yin Yoga Lifestyle, LaNae.
Hi, Colette. How are you today?
Good, my dear. Thanks again for being here to talk about essential oils, really important to us. And so let's just sort of give a little recap for people who've never heard LaNae's podcasts or as a guest on the show. What inspires you to live with essential oils, LaNae?
So for me, it's, like you said in the introduction, it's really an opportunity for me to reduce the toxins that are exposed to my family and myself in just our normal everyday kind of products, whether it's health and beauty or cleaning, even some of the products in our medicine cabinet. I always want to be able to use something that's natural and clean versus something that's been mass produced that I really don't know what's been put into it. I've always been interested in this for as long as I can remember. And then when I had my daughter 7 years ago, she unfortunately had a lot of exposure to antibiotics. She was sick a lot as a baby. And I just didn't like, exposing her to all of these things. Now, I'm not against, antibiotics are definitely used, but I'm always looking for ways to reduce it or to leave it for when, you're really sick. So for me, it's just family and reducing toxins.
Yeah, it's because we are exposed to everything more readily now, I think, through our food and through the air, and there's a lot of stuff going on. It's sometimes we need that little bit of help, don't we? Or a lot of help in some people's cases to get rid of a lot of stuff that's floating in our systems. And because we're beginning a new year, and what better way to sort of reflect and take a little bit of time about who we are and how we want our health to look. What are some of the essential oils that support change and newness?
So when I look and I read and think about using an essential oil, there's, science behind it. But there's also a emotional side to how oils can feel. And there are a few that one I found very interesting is basil. It is considered the oil of renewal. And at the beginning of a new year, what better time than to renew and to kind of refresh
Mm.
ourselves? So, and basil is an herb, so you can incorporate basil in so many ways in your foods, from a natural plant, but also you can diffuse basil with different things to just bring an opportunity to yourself to renew. I'm a really big believer in reflexology points, especially for something like basil, where you may not want to smell like a basil plant.
Right.
But if you were to use it like on the bottom of your big toe, which is the point for your brain, it gives your brain a chance to embrace renewing. And that's how I'm planning on actually using basil for myself, on the new year. And just as I feel myself needing to refresh and, restart, that's going to be one oil that I'm going to be using this year. Another one that is kind of fun is lime. Lime is literally considered an oil for the zest of life. So as you're renewing yourself, it's a reminder in the new year how fun and uplifting life can be if you allow it to be. So lime is also something that you could use in your water. So, if you've got your glass bottle or your steel bottle and you've got it with water, sparkling water, even like for something festive for the new year, like your champagne or something, a little bit of
Mm.
flavor to it, that would be
Lovely.
kind of fun and refreshing.
Yeah.
Um, so another one that I had found was blue tansy. That's an oil of inspired action. So a lot of people like to use the new year to, make their, I can't think of the word, I'm thinking wish list, but that's not it. Resolutions, that's it.
Right.
So
Resolution.
what better time to inspire yourself with these new resolutions than with blue tansy? And a little side note about blue tansy is it will temporarily color your skin blue.
Oh, then
So
we
blue
can all be
tansy,
fairies.
exactly. So blue tansy actually has been used recently in the cosmetics. It's come around because it's very good for your skin, but it's not something that you're going to want to put on and then go out because you will have blue spots or, wherever you're applying your blue tansy. But again, the brain, big toe, for blue tansy is perfect because no one's going to see it and you can make your toe as blue as you want. As you're making your resolution, as you're renewing your mind, as you're, doing your zest for life, how much fun would that be to walk around with a blue toe as a visual reminder that you're, looking to make some changes.
I love it. I love it. And you mentioned that the basil you can put into food. Are there some other oils that we can incorporate into holiday foods into the new year?
So so along with the lime, which
The
I thought would be kind of fun, like in a
Yeah.
white wine or something, citrus oils, really, your grapefruit, your lemon, there's wild orange. All of those are just really fun and refreshing. And, there's beer that you can add like a slice of orange to or something, but there's just a little bit of flavor that you could add in your drinks. Really easy to do. And another one that I really like for the new year, especially we're still kind of in cold and flu season and you're going to be around a lot of people, adding like cinnamon, a drop of cinnamon oil to a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. It's going
Mm,
to help fight like the sugar cravings and help metabolize the sugar that you've maybe indulged in a little too much. But it's also going to boost your immune system because cinnamon is great for that. And, cinnamon in a cup of coffee would be really nice. Or like I said, a cup of tea would be kind of nice.
mm,
Another group of oils that's fun and really easy to use is mint, like spearmint or peppermint. Peppermint is good for, stomach issues, but what better than if you were to make like a peppermint brownie, add a drop or two of peppermint oil to a brownie or a chocolate cake. Those are some really fun ones and festive because you think, peppermint candy canes. So it's kind of, those would be some fun ones, I think, to add or incorporate and easily add to your holidays.
And there's also, we just want listeners to know that the oils that you are recommending, LaNae, they are food grade. So you
Correct.
don't go out and buy just peppermint oil or oil that is not food grade and then, put it in your food. You want your oils to be food grade. Is that correct?
Correct. So, as I've mentioned, I personally use doTERRA, and that is a CPTG certified pure therapeutic grade. It has the FDA labels listed on the oils that are meant for being ingested for taken internally. Without that label and without that purity test, I wouldn't recommend or advise to use oils internally at all. And I'd even be hesitant to even put those in the air on your body because humans just absorb so much stuff, and I know scented candles are so popular this time of year, but just to think of as an easy switch from like a candle to just a diffuser with some great, healthy, pure essential oils, it's going to smell great. And you can make so many blends that whatever you can think of, your pine trees, your Christmas cookies, anything you'd want to like add that you could get from a candle, you could make a blend and put in a diffuser, and you're not polluting your air with anything that maybe
and you can make it the way you want, right? You can actually create.
That's kind of fun. I mean, there's so many places, like you can do a Pinterest, you can just mix it yourself, become your own little mixologist to see maybe you like cinnamon more than, you want orange, or you want to smell something more than another. Like I said, you are really in control of what you get to add and how strong certain smells are, which is really nice.
And there are oils that can help folk with cold weather because I mean we are in Florida, which I mean it does get a little cool down here sometimes. I know the rest of the world is saying ha ha ha, right? Sure it does, but it does. I mean there have been days where it's been quite cool, but when people are out in really cold weather, and they get that little cold or they have symptoms and their bodies are a little achy. Are there oils that can help with this?
Sure. So when I think of like achy bodies, whether it's from you've shoveled snow and your back is sore, or you've over exercised, which again people tend to go really crazy in the new year. They want to do it, or maybe you are just coming down with a cold and you're just not feeling that great. There are actually 3 oil blends that I recommend and that I use when my body starts to feel a little ouchy or just doesn't feel so good. One is, it's called Deep Blue. It has wintergreen. It's kind of, minty smelling. But Deep Blue comes already like in a lotion that you can just, rub on. It comes in a little bottle of oil that you can add your own carrier oil to and rub it on yourself. A carrier oil meaning like a, unscented lotion, or even like a fractionated coconut oil, whatever you'd want to kind of dilute or use to rub the oil in. And then there's also 2 others that there's one called Aroma Touch. This is very, very, to me, pretty smelling. It smells relaxing, but the oils in it are meant to help reduce body aches and, whether, again, however it comes. And then the last one that I like comes in a roller ball. So it's really easy to keep in your purse, and it even helps with headaches. And because sometimes when you're starting to fight a cold, you start to get a headache. I will rub past tense on, or like on the base of your shoulders. It's great for shin splints. It's just something, like I said, that's one that I carry in my purse. So if I start to feel tension and I just need to rub it on. So those are 3 really good oil blends for I'll say achy bodies, however that achy body feeling comes.
Yeah,
Those are good ones to
and
have.
they can go to your site to essentially